A little pressured, but I shouldn't tell you that, right? They told me to not tell you that.
It's okay to be honest with your emotions. It makes us human.
It does, in fact.
Yes. It's nice to hear that you're a doctor of medicine because my question is a bit relevant to your profession. What do you think is the role of the government to public health initiatives?
Well, the most rampant issue right now, for sure, is misinformation. We are lucky enough to go on rotations in the communities with the less fortunate individuals, but we hear that a lot of them don't have proper knowledge on a lot of the conditions. One big example was during the COVID-19 pandemic, how many people thought that only certain individuals in certain sectors of our society could get COVID-19. So the role of the government is to ensure that they place people out into the workforce that are knowledgeable enough to also explain to these people what exactly are the health conditions that they must be aware of. And of course, personal hygiene and healthcare are at the peak to prevent all of these conditions from happening. Thank you.
Okay, in relation to still about health and tapping on the current controversy about the defunding of PhilHealth, I would like to know your stand about that matter.
So you know what, it's very unfortunate that this is something that occurs in our society because in fact healthcare should be at the forefront of our funding. You know, with a case like this in which there is mismanagement of funds, I think it's really important that we go back and assess to our leaders where exactly do your priorities stand as well. I don't think this just applies for healthcare, but this applies to every sector of society in which if there is something that we want to improve, we need to make sure that at the forefront of each leader is a heart that actually is willing to care about others. And if we can raise up our children to be those kinds of people, I think that hopefully this issue in the future can be resolved.
Hello, Mitsubishi North.
Hello.
So how would you use your crowd if given the chance to uplift society and shed light to your chosen advocacy?
So if you guys don't know, my advocacy is actually environmental sanitation and protection. I've been advocating for it for the last 6 years. I launched the Green Wave Cebu back in 2018. So the most recent project is called Sabon Sugboanon. With the platform that I would be given if I were to win Miss Universe Cebu, I would want to continue this with the network that I get to meet through this platform. I've always had issues with funding and making sure it's sustainable, but my goal is that we branch our tourism industry with the far-flung barangays or areas in Cebu province. So the tourism industry will donate their lightly used soaps to me and will remake them into new ones to generate hygiene programs and hygiene kits for those in the far-flung areas of Cebu. I think connecting both tourism, which is our greatest contributor to waste, and of course the people who need it.
Answer. Hi, Gabby. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm okay.
Interesting. So my question would be, I am really from Cebu City. I grew up in Cebu City and I love the city. My question is, what aspect of Cebu City do you want to share with the rest of the universe?
You know, one thing I've always loved about Cebu City, for me, okay, since I was born and raised in the US and I moved here around 10 years ago, it's its ability to unlock people's potential. A lot of people view Cebu as a place, other people view Cebu as a place that is small. However, for me, it's unlocked the greatest aspects of myself. I've been able to unlock my ability to communicate, my ability to serve others, and my ability to love others even more and love the communities that indeed need the most help. And so for me, the greatest aspect of Cebu is just how it is a place of unlocked potential, and I hope that it can unlock yours too.
So what were you going to tell our current city officials to how to unlock Cebu City to its greatest potential?
I just really hope that they also see the value in Cebu, just as many of us who live here do. I know that easily in a world that's so fast-paced, it's so easy for us to forget about the important things in life, which is how to take care of others. As long as our government officials have a heart, first and foremost, that loves its people and loves the place and the community in which they live, then I have high hopes that we could head in the right direction.
Hi Gab, how are you?
I'm okay.
You look so nice with the color.
Thank you.
So question from Conzays. What role does confidence play in empowering Filipinas, and how can future beauty queens inspire others to embrace their inner strength and true potential? What role does confidence play in empowering Filipinas, and how can future beauty queens inspire others to embrace their inner strength and true potential?
So I've done some work with the Santa Rita de Cascia Home for Women and Children. These are women who are survivors of domestic violence, and I did a speaking workshop with them in which I noticed a lot of them were very scared to answer. So I really tried to empower them to take a step forward and answer even if they felt scared. With that, I think developing confidence in these young women will truly make us develop female leaders in our society. With the amount of individuals that we have who are stuck in cycles of violence, I think it's important to teach children, most especially, that if you speak up, there is so much more that you can do and there is so much more that you can accomplish. Just use your voice.
Thank you. Another question from Myra E. In your journey in the Miss Universe Philippines Cebu and as a doctor, how do you think, what is the importance of maintaining a healthy, glowing skin?
Of course, the first thing that people notice is always how you look. And being presentable should be at the forefront, especially as a woman. I don't think it's the most important thing, but if you want to set a good first impression, it's important to be glowing. So I definitely think that with Myra E, as long as you take it and you focus on not only the external glow, but take the time to focus on yourself and build up your inner self, then the glow will come from inside and from outside.
Thank you. One last question from the brand. Question from La Paniteria de Luigi. How can a healthy lifestyle impact your journey in Miss Universe?
So honestly, I've been working out and dieting for the last 4 months to prepare for this. And honestly, not only has it shown on the external, but I feel so good inside to know that your hard work will pay off, especially after months and months of training, despite pain, despite body pain, despite sweating so much and my skin sometimes flaring up. Despite the fact of all of that, I just really love seeing the outcome of hard work. And I think that that really manifests, especially on the journey to Miss Universe Philippines Cebu.
Yeah, I think we have time for one more question. Any of the judges have anything to add?
So you said you've been dieting for 4 months. So what would be the first food that you're going to eat right after the pageant?
Gosh, you already know lechon. Oh my gosh, see, the thing is with lechon, I rarely eat pork just for the sake of self-preference. But whenever lechon is around, I swear, I will eat it. I don't care how it affects my digestion the next day. But as long as I'm happy after the pageant, no matter what the outcome is, as long as I get to eat lechon, I think that's enough. And that's a win for me.
Okay, I think we have 1 more minute to go.
Let's go, guys.
Any other question?
What kind of exercise regime are you doing?
So I usually do 30 minutes on the treadmill, but then I finish the last 30 minutes with a strength and Pilates-based program. So it's on an app, it's called Form, if you would like to download it. I love low-impact exercise. I think it's the most sustainable for us, especially as women. We don't really do well with high-intensity exercise because it increases our cortisol. So I think it's the most sustainable for me. I love it, and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for something to do.
How about HIIT as a doctor?
I used
Can
to
you
do
recommend
that.
it?
I used to do high-intensity interval training. Strangely enough, I got bigger. I really think it's the cortisol that it raises in us. It irregulates your period. So would not recommend. I do know it's fast and you can burn calories faster, but definitely as a woman, it's important to focus on our hormonal health.
Okay, I think that's all the time that we have. Thank you very much and congratulations, Miss Cebu
Thank
City
you.
North.
Thank you, everyone.